striking young fighter, Jose Luis Pimentel, out of a good fighting family. Pimentel. All right, fans, here we go. The feature event of the evening, main attraction, 15 rounds of boxing for lightweight championship of the world. Presenting the officials at ringside. At the bell, our regular timers, Jack Smith. Physicians in attendance at ringside, we have Dr. Bernhard Schwartz and Dr. Murray Weaver. Presenting to you, judging at ringside, behind me we have George Latka. Judging at ringside in front will be Dick Young. Man in charge in the ring is the referee, former lightweight contender John Thomas. All right, fans, presenting to you on my left, fighting out of the white corner, wearing red velvet trunks with a yellow band. From Long Beach, California, scoring 16 knockouts, winning 24 out of 27. In his second bid for the title, presenting at 134.5 pounds, the determined young challenger, Mando Ramos. And now, boxing fans, on my right, fighting with black trunks and a red stripe, coming out of the black corner, weighing in at 134.75 pounds. From the Dominican Republic, fighting out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, the very clever boxer in his second title defense, lightweight boxing champion of the world, Carlos Cruz. Referee John Thomas now giving instructions, and may the better man win.
Lightweight championship of the world. Cruz in the dark trunks, Ramos in the light trunks, the red trunks.
Tom, in their first fight held at the Coliseum last September the 27th, Mando had so very much trouble getting away from an overhand right that was employed throughout the first 5 or 6 rounds by the champion. Let's see what happens this evening.
Cruz, of course, of this style, Mickey, fighting out of that semi-crouch, can come over with that right hand pretty good. Ramos, being higher, taller, has got the reach on him, but he's also a pretty good target for that overhand right.
He is that, and Cruz is very unorthodox, Tom, as you can see. He has one punch that he developed himself, he claims to have developed himself, is called a left uppercut. You'll see him use it throughout the fight. Very powerful punch. He also has a very good left hook to the head. A very well-equipped champion, Teo Cruz. A fast first round, Tom, for a 15-round affair. The long route.
No question about the pace being pretty swift here so far. Looks like both of them are in excellent physical position. We'll find out as it wears on. Good left-right combination by Ramos.
Now, that's something, Tom, that Mando was not doing in their initial fight here in Los Angeles. And being able to bend in the middle, so to speak, and
duck under that hand.
Right, duck under those right-hand swings.
Well, no question about that. And the crowd roars its approval after a very fast and hard-punching round on both sides. I don't know, Mick. Looks pretty even to me. What do you think?
In catching Mando Ramos in training, we saw Jackie McCoy, the co-manager and trainer. He was teaching Mando how to catch the right hand on his on Mando's left glove and counterpunch. And Mando was very successful there in the opening round and stopping the right-hand blow, the overhand right, and he got off with several good combinations and some very effective body punching too, Tom.
Very much so. As we said, it's going to be apparent here as this fight goes on through the 15 rounds that condition with these little guys has got to be the telling factor. The guy who carries the steam in those punches as the rounds wear on is probably the man who's going to come out on top. Here we go, round two. Cruz in the dark trunks, Ramos in the light or the red trunks.
Cruz, as you can see, uses that rock and roll up and down bob and weave style, and he's pretty hard to hit, Tom, with a single left jab. You must throw jabs in a series to be able to hit him. If you throw a single jab at Cruz, he'll slip either on the outside or into the inside, and he'll counterpunch with either the right hand or the left hand.
Good right hand by Cruz that time, that overhand right. Cruz is the stockier of the two, but he's getting inside with that jab, and Mando is having a little bit difficulty of keeping an eye on the jab as well as the overhand right.
It's contrast in punching styles. Champion is a swinger. He swings from the outside while the young kid from Long Beach goes with a short combination. There's that freak uppercut we were speaking of, Tom. He does it well.
So far, the pattern in the second round seems to be in Cruz's favor. He's scoring with that overhand right and that uppercut. 34 seconds left in round number two.
The champion, Tom, as you can see, gets by with many things that any other fighter could not get away with, and that is right hand leads and those right hand uppercuts.
Well, if you wanted action, you're certainly getting it so far. Both of these boys are standing toe-to-toe and trading leather. It's a 15-round fight, and I don't see how they can possibly keep up the tempo and the pace they set in the first two, Mickey.
That's right. Well, both are in excellent shape. The question comes to mind, Tom, whether or not this thing that took place today at the weigh-in, when the champion was required to take off 1.25 pounds, I don't know whether that would hurt him physically, but I think perhaps mentally. I know he was quite disturbed. I saw him earlier this afternoon at his hotel, and he was quite disturbed because he was forced to take off the pound and a half. He's an extremely strong boxer, and there's a good chance it won't hurt him physically, but mentally, who knows?
Both boys still look fresh as can be. We're ready to go with round number 3. Cruz in the dark trunk, Ramos in the red trunk, light trunk.
The champion is 31, the challenger only 20.
Age versus experience here. Question is, can the experience outlast the youth and condition? One of the great things about watching lightweights in action to me, Mickey, is the tremendous speed and also the punching power. Cruz opening up with both hands, forcing Ramos into the ropes.
Seems to be a slight malice under the left eye of the champion, Tom. We can't see too well from here. By golly, he's still gambling in those overhand rights, and it's paying off for him.
He sure is.
Looking at the back muscles of the champion Teo Cruz, he reminds us of a middleweight, Tom, rather than a 35-pound, 135-pounder.
Well, he certainly has tremendous muscular development as far as punching in the arms and shoulders. Ramos being a little taller and, of course, more lean in build. And both exceptionally fast with their punches. You can certainly tell from the roar of the crowd that everybody here is very much in favor of what's taken place so far, Mick.
It's a dandy fight, Tom, and surprisingly, both kids came right out in the first round and started tossing punches. And no feeling out process. They went right to work as soon as the bell sounded. And here at the conclusion of the third round, same thing is happening. Both of them are going all out. It's a very important fight for both of them. Teo Cruz has his lightweight championship on the line, and young Mando Ramos would certainly like to take it away and become the youngest lightweight champion in history.
They say, of course, that experience is a great teacher. These two boys, having fought before, probably remember a great portion of the styles.
A puffiness, Tom, now around the left eye of Mando Ramos, possibly brought about by those overhand right swings to the head.
Cruz using that left hook to good advantage. And there goes that overhand right again.
And Mondo's left eye seems to be puffing quite badly. Not really anything serious at the moment, but it could develop into something and could prove to be a very important factor in this lightweight championship contest.
Cruz in the dark trunk. Ramos in the light trunk. Ramos got in a good left hook that time, and Cruz comes right back with another overhand right. Both these boys are certainly not holding anything back for the later rounds. They're letting it all go early.
Very cool customer is Mando Ramos, 20-year-old youngster from Long Beach.
Ramos got in a good hook that time, but Cruz comes right back. Cruz's left eye is beginning to show a little puffiness now. That one might have been the whole works there.
Oh,
Nick just missed with that right hand.
He really loaded up with that blow, Tom.
10 seconds left in round 4. Lightweight championship of the world. T.O. Cruz in the dark trunk. Mando Ramos in the light trunk. Well, I would certainly say no matter what happens from here on out, the folks have got their money's worth, Mickey.
It's amazing the way these two lightweights are going at it, hammer and tong. Now we see Jackie McCoy. Mando has a nosebleed and also a puffiness around the left eye. Jake Shagru, the trainer, applying a little pressure and the ice pack on the eye to reduce the swelling. Over in the other corner, Sasso Betancourt, the trainer, giving instructions to the lightweight champion as they come out for the 5th round. A long way to go yet, Tom.
I would say so, and certainly a tremendous credit to both of these young men for their fine conditioning. But as you mentioned, it's for the World Championship, and that's a lot of importance. Round 5. Ramos in the light trunk, Cruz the champion in the dark trunk.
Now Cruz is trying with the left hook to the head. He has a good one. You will note, Tom, anytime Mando sticks a left jab, a single jab to the champion, he misses, either misses or he is countered by the right hand or the left hook of the champion. It's virtually impossible to reach this champion with a single jab. However, you can put 2 or 3 jabs together, and you're bound to hit him with 1 or 2.
Ramos jabbing away with that left hand, trying to get Cruz out of the crouch.
Oh! Tremendous left hook to the liver of the champion.
Cruz looked for a moment as though he might have been in trouble. Ramos has obviously slowed him down with that hook a little bit.
Definite puffing about both eyes of the champion Teo Cruz. And two, Mando has a swelling around his left eye.
Well, they're standing right in there, letting each other have everything they've got. Two scoring well on that last exchange. Ramos, the taller of the two, punching down, trying to force him out of that crouch.
Fine combination punching by the youngster from Long Beach.
Ten seconds left of round 5, and they're still going at it toe-to-toe in the corner. And listen to the roar of that crowd. Brother, what a fight we've got. The light heavyweight championship. 5 rounds are over. We've got 10 more to go.
Tom, do you really think they're trying? A great fight. This is their first fight on September 27th. Last was an excellent contest, but this is much better, much faster pace. And I have a hunch, Tom. I have a hunch right now that the darn fight is not going to go the full distance.
Well, certainly if they keep up this tremendous punching with this fantastic pace, Mickey, I don't see how either one of them can be on their feet for 15 full rounds. They both look fresh in the corner, though. Well, we're about ready to go with round number 6. Ramos in the light trunks, Cruz in the dark.
Cruz still taking those spot shots with that overhand right. He's a tough fellow to box, Tom, this champion.
Well, you can certainly see from that crouch he's hard to get to.
That's right. He doesn't offer you too much target. Either to the body or head.
It looks, however, Mickey, here in the 6th round that Ramos is a little bit better equipped to be alert to that overhand right now. He's either slipping it or catching most of them on his gloves.
And the very important thing, he's catching him on the left glove, and he's counter-punching, getting off with his splendid combination. Very easy fight for referee John Thomas. We're in the 6th round, and so far, not one single clinch.
Good right hand by Ramos. The champion again comes back with that hooking left.
Perhaps the best punch of that exchange was a short right uppercut executed by Mando Ramos at close quarters.
The champion comes back with those overhand rights, winging. He's still connecting occasionally, not as often as in the early rounds. left hand by Ramos that time shook him up. And round 6.
I would think that was a fine round for Mando Ramos time.
Well, so far, it's, of course, unofficial on the basis of what we're judging, but I would say it's an extremely close fight, Becky. And with still many rounds to go, it's anybody's ball game. Interesting point here on the far side of the ring. The champion, Tio Cruz's trainer, carrying Tio's legs up high to allow the circulation to move around a little bit so he doesn't get leg weary.
Going back a few years, Mr. Harmon, possibly the same thing has happened to you on the gridiron.
Well, that probably is true, Mickey, but I mean, I don't think that anybody has to be in the condition that a boxer has to be to go 15 rounds in full force. These fellas really have to be in great physical condition. And both of these two boys appear to be fantastically conditioned at this stage.
For the past 3 rounds, the first punch of the round has been from Mando Ramos. He's been walking out, getting off of the right cross. This is no trick. Sometimes it works, and most of the time it doesn't work, but I think he's trying to catch the champion pole with one of those right-hand swings, and perhaps deck him.
Cruz's left eye is puffing under it very heavily now. Ramos, of course, having a little discoloration around his left eye, too. Both boys have been taking some pretty good raps from each other. Round 7, Cruz in the dark trunk, Ramos in the light trunk.
Mando is doing something in this bout, Tom, that he did not do in their first bout, and that is that he's punching to the body quite effectively. In their first contest, most of his punches were going to the head, directed to the head of the champion. Beautiful right hand, but it's a little short of the mark.
Cruz shooting that overhand right, but Ramos countering with that hooking left. Got the best punch in. Champion comes right back, though. Good right uppercut by Cruz that time.
Teo gets a lot of power on that right uppercut, Tom. There's no
Reminds me of that old bolo punch, as I remember, from Kid Gavilan.
That's right. And our own Severino Garcia. He
Yes.
had a great bolo punch as well.
Round 7 on lightweight championship of the world. Teo Cruz, the champion, in the dark trunks. Mando Ramos in the light trunks, the challenger. Good right hand by Cruz that time. The challenger scores, and the champion comes right back with a series of combinations. There's a good left hook by Cruz. And the bell ends, round 7.
That last left hook with a round executed by the champion, Tom, could very well have been the best blow of that particular round. He's still very much in the contest, Cruz, that is, and on the other hand, the challenger is holding his own, too. I would say at this point of the fight, it's very close.
I would certainly have to agree with you, Mickey. When you talk about the condition of these fighters, being 135 pounds, that is not really heavy, but you have to remember that both of these boys are 100% muscle and sinew at this stage. There's no flab or fat on him. Mando has been using an old trick in training for this fight that we used to do a long time ago, and certainly as far as your legs are concerned, nothing better than running in the sand, which he's been doing down at the